Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to reveal the lyrical talent of Ronnie James Dio. Of course, he has obviously been involved in many of the greatest metal songs ever. Dio fronted 3 successful bands: Rainbow, Black Sabbath, and of course, Dio. Many regard Dio as possibly the greatest voice in heavy metal. But what of his lyrics? He is known for infusing into his words medieval concepts of swords, castles and kings, alongside fantasy images of wizards and dragons, not to mention lots of rainbows. Many concepts following these themes found repetition in different songs, and yet the songs remained fresh and exciting. For instance, in 1976, Rainbow Rising was released, featuring the 8-minute plus track, A Light in the Black. And yet this notion of a light in the black seemed to find repetition in the song Rainbow in the Dark from the Holy Diver album released in 1983. After all, the two titles seem to be slightly different ways of saying the same thing. And yet the two songs, while conceptually similar, are far apart both musically and lyrically. It is also fair to say that Dio, let's face it, can be lyrically very dark. Consider these lyrics from Self-Portrait from the first Rainbow album. Hey, 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 there's only the devil to pay.
Ready to go, pull me down from below. Give me a place I can lay.
The echo of the devil is even more starkly presented in The Gates of Babylon in the closing track on Rainbow's Long Live Rock and Roll album. Sleep with the devil, and then you must pay.
Sleep with the devil will take you away.
Here one can also pick up the religious themes, broadly revolving around a deal with the devil and also ideas of heaven and hell. Of course, that immediately reminds one of the classic song of the same name by Black Sabbath.
The world is full of kings and queens who blind your eyes and steal your dreams. It's heaven and hell.
But over and above these mystical themes, Dio could also wax philosophical, as in Die Young.
Life's fantasy, to be locked away and still to think you're free.
The idea of thinking one is free while one is enslaved is inverted in the Dio song, Egypt, the Chains Are On. When the world was milk and honey, and the magic was strong and true, then the strange ones came, and the people knew. Dio, commenting on the song, pointed out that the people who had been enslaved to build the pyramids ultimately realized that the chains they thought they were wearing were an illusion, and they had actually been free all along. Dio, however, was never above writing songs that just dealt with real-life issues. Consider Invisible from the Holy Diver album. This contains 3 verses that each represent a different person. The first is an abused girl. The second refers to a gay teenager, and in the final verse, Dio refers to himself. Dio has a double entendre to reference the gay teenager. See if you can pick it up straight away. A closer look at Dio's words is worth the effort. Ronnie James Dio, may he rest in peace, leaves a legacy of music and lyrics that lives on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.